4 substances that had unexpectedly terrible withdrawals. Let's go. K Ruggs, the Soberdog, coming at you. This is 4 substances that gave me unexpected, pretty nasty withdrawals. I didn't think any of these would have the, terrible withdrawals that they actually did. Number 4, gabapentin. Gabapentin, I was taking a lot of gabapentin in prison. We were abusing it. We were taking a high amount of it, just consistently taking it over and over and over. Then all of a sudden, there'd be a couple days we couldn't find any. And I'd realized, holy crap, I've been taking this every day for the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. Boom, then the sickness came on. To me, the gabapentin withdrawal was like a minor opioid withdrawal that lasted like a day, day and a half, about that. But it kicked my ass harder than I could ever expect. Didn't know gabapentin had a withdrawal, didn't know it felt like anything at all prior to this. Then all of a sudden, coming off it, about, 15, 20 hours into, not having anything, started to get those little minor flu symptoms, just didn't really feel very good. Had, these like almost not brain zaps, but like brain fog, memory fog. And it was just really a bitch for a solid, I'd say 48 hours. I'd say, anywhere between 36, 48 hours. It sucked. I didn't think gabapentin really had a withdrawal, but when you're taking the high amounts consistently, the withdrawal sucks. Number 3, nicotine. Nicotine withdrawals, you hear about it, you hear you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be anxious, you're gonna be, a little overwhelmed. But I had no idea how hardcore they would be and how long they would last. And I'm still a nicotine user, so this is just the periods I tried to quit and went 4 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, whatever the case would be. Coming off nicotine, I did not expect day 4, day 5 to be so angry, so agitated, so just, the drop of a hat just jumping down people's throat because of nicotine withdrawal. Also, the internal feeling, like there's this emptiness feeling that went along with it that I really just didn't expect and didn't think would be that powerful. Nicotine withdrawal also lasted a lot longer than I thought. In prison, I had to do it forcefully, and I was shocked at how cravings still came on, a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks after stopping any nicotine. I was completely blown away by how hardcore the withdrawal was. Now, granted, I'm a very heavy nicotine user, so maybe that had a lot to do with it, but still, I was shocked at how much just overall the nicotine withdrawal really was a lot higher than I expected, especially the anger part of it, the kind of agitation and hair trigger temper. Number 2, caffeine. Caffeine. You hear about caffeine withdrawals, and most people don't think about it because caffeine is so plentiful, we don't ever have to go through the withdrawals. We can go to any gas station that are open 24 hours a day and just get a cup of coffee and get rid of them, or get a energy drink. There's just caffeine everywhere. It's not like drugs where you run out and you might not be able to find a dealer for a while or whatever. But we don't think about this. And when I actually had to go through caffeine withdrawal, again in prison, the headaches were brutal. The headaches were so bad and lasted weeks. I mean, they just, to me, it sucked. I was on day 7, 8, still getting nasty caffeine withdrawal, because prior to that I was drinking, 3 big, strong, solid cups of coffee a day, some days 4, and then going boom, right to 0 and having no access to it. It was a pain in the ass. I just totally underestimated how bad the headaches from caffeine withdrawal really would be. They would come on and be these splitting headaches that would just debilitate for a while. And I went through this once on the street and saw how nuts it is, where just having 2 sips of coffee, 5 minutes later, the headache's gone like that. Of course, knowing that the caffeine caused it right away. But they just, oh my God, they were bad and brutal. And the number one thing that gave me nasty, terrible, unexpected withdrawals that I had no idea would be this bad. Antidepressants specifically affects her. Coming off antidepressants, I've done other videos on it. I'll put a card up. Coming off antidepressants, wow, the withdrawal can be brutal. It can suck depending on the amount people are coming off of, depending on how long they've been taking it. Affects her specifically. I felt like I was walking around in a cloud for about 4 to 5 days. Just constant brain zaps. And you don't know what brain zaps are. I'll put up a video, but they're just, imagine the feeling that your brain's getting electrocuted and like reset sometimes they happen every half hour, sometimes every 2 hours, sometimes every 2 minutes. Depends on the person and how they get them. But it's just like, and there's little painful feeling in your head, like a split second brutal headache, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away. Those walking around feeling like being in a cloud, a general feeling of like, right before you're going to get sick, when you feel like your body's just a little lower energy, maybe you get a little bit cold quicker, that feeling consistently walking around. I got it from Zoloft, I got it from citalopram, Celexa, and effects are real bad coming off those. I did not expect antidepressant withdrawal to be as bad as it was and last as long as it was. If you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, help us out. K-Rugs, the Soberdog, and I'm out. See ya.